Do you know that most people varnish their paintings the wrong way? Your varnish is a clear layer on top of your painting that protects it from any outside damaging. But what a lot of people don't realize is that it's actually meant to be removed later on when the painting is cleaned and kept up over time. If the varnish isn't done correctly, then you risk removing some of the paint in the layer below the varnish. If you are an acrylic painter, you want to make sure that you're using an isolation coat in between your painting surface and the varnish on top. It becomes a physical barrier that protects that last layer of paint from coming off with the varnish during the cleaning process. When you do varnish it, make sure that you give a couple days in between the last layer of paint, the isolation coat, and the final varnish. When applying, do so with a brush, not pouring it directly on the surface. And this applies to oil painting as well. When you do that super satisfying thing and pour the varnish on there like a window, it looks so cool, but it's actually really damaging. Varnish is meant to be brushed on with a brush that is hardly loaded up with any product. You want as slim of a layer as physically possible on the top of your painting. While you don't need an isolation coat to varnish an oil painting, you do need to wait at least 6 months in between the last layer of paint and the varnish on top. This is to make sure that that paint properly cures and doesn't bind to the varnish above it, creating that same issue where it comes off during the cleaning process.